Listen, you've got both your drivers tied up for a couple of years at least. I know you want to extend Lando's deal a bit further. I think you were quoted saying that's a top priority for you now. Where are we at with that? I guess you'll be open-ended in terms of how long the talks take. Are they underway? Are they going well?
Yeah, I think to your earlier question of kind of building blocks, you need the world's two greatest Grand Prix drivers. I think we've got the best driver lineup in Formula One. We do have a little bit more runway with both, but certainly he's hot property if you'd like. So we would like to lock him down sooner rather than later. I think he's very much enjoying his time at McLaren. The dream is to win races and a world championship together, and I think Lando's all in for achieving that with us.
Yeah. I was asked how much he'd be worth if he was a soccer player. Would he be in the 100 million category?
I don't know enough about soccer to know what all the economics are, but I would imagine he's quite a valuable racing driver. But he's a great asset to the racing team, so there's kind of no number that we would be interested in trading him for.
Personal terms and all of that are secondary. I mean, you're well funded here. That's not in the cost cap. You'd be able to pay him what he needs. That's never going to be an issue.
Yeah, the resources we have now are exactly where we need to be. We're a profitable racing team, which is great. We run at the cap, and resources will not hold us back from achieving anything that we need to achieve, drivers included.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, people always talk about Red Bull as a place you could go. When you look at that team at the moment and the seat opposite Max, given how long Max has been there, is it such an attractive place to be, given how the team is built around him? If you are another top prospect looking, what's my best place to be? I mean, there are pros and cons there, right?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a race car that won, 22 races last year, it's pretty hard to say that wouldn't be a pretty exciting race car to drive. But I think it's more than just the car. It's trajectory, it's environment, it's family. And I think Lando's culture and who he is fits in really well inside McLaren, and I think this is, of course, the best home for him of all the other 9 teams, not just Red Bull.
That's the point. He could kind of do what Max did at Red Bull here at McLaren, be here for the journey and the success at the end of it.
Yeah, I've always, when I started at McLaren, I always kind of envisioned having 2 drivers that you had a long time. Mika and Coulthard were here for a long time, obviously Senna, Prost, and so I've always kind of had a vision of let's not get into rotating drivers. So I like the experience, the age of both of our drivers, and I'd like to keep them both for a very long time.
Well, that would future-proof the team. They're of that caliber. Would that mean if in an ideal world, say by the end of this year, you had the best car and, I don't know, a Lewis Hamilton or a Charles Leclerc was saying, well, I want to win a world championship, I'd like to be at McLaren. There'd be no room at the inn, you'd stick with what you had?
Oh yeah. The Oscar and Lando are who we want in our car. They're our joint number 1 decisions. So there's no one that could come knocking at our door that would make us scratch our head and wonder if we'd like them in our car instead. So very happy with our driver lineup and just want to continue with it for quite some time.